Cheers. Hey.
Welcome back to Candid Talk with Lexi Love and
Valentino vs. Valentino.
How are you guys this evening? It is fabulous to be back and just get into it. So, how you?
I feel like I never left.
You felt like you never left?
Right.
Yeah, well, you know how we do. We be
dedicated.
lit. Yeah, we dedicated and we always lit from one Wednesday to the next Wednesday.
Right.
So how's everybody doing? Y'all doing good? You guys got any pet peeves? You guys got anything exciting y'all want to tell us on YouTube? You know you can do that, right? Because I will respond.
No, with the comments?
Of course.
Yeah,
that's how you relate to your audience. You talk to us and I will respond to you. So yeah, before we get into it, just remember, help support us with wealthcity.shop. Just go on there and look at our items, and it really helps us out a bunch. And I want to thank one of our customers who bought 2 of our tumblers this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, somebody bought, they did. They did. I was so excited when I got the email. So
that is exciting.
Yeah, it is. So before we go into everything, do you have anything exciting? You kind of hot?
Yeah,
it was hot today.
No, just from us trying to do that TikTok.
Oh yeah, we were trying to do a TikTok.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. I mean, I think if we had it, I mean, it worked, but
you just didn't like how you looked.
I didn't like how I looked. I got to have certain clothes on to do it, I think. I think I would want to look more gangster with it. More gangster. I wasn't looking gangster enough.
Like a baggier clothes?
Yeah, baggier clothes. More, hip hop kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
With the song.
We'll figure something out because I like doing that.
Yeah.
We just gotta figure out what works for us.
Yeah.
So do you have any pet peeves? Anything exciting happen?
No pet peeves, but I did try fasting this week.
You did?
I made one day.
She made one day.
Y'all, it's hard.
Yep. I actually was fasting the week before because there was some requests and some insight that I needed. And my body allowed me to go 5 days before I woke up and literally almost fainted. I had no food. I ate nothing. All I did was drink water and my tea.
But you have a strict diet anyway. And me, I just kind of eat whatever.
Yeah.
So I think I have to build my body up for
Yeah, you have to. And your mindset has to be ready for it. Like there was some things that I really needed answers for.
I mean, I feel like God did answer my prayers.
He did, because he opened the door for you that you needed open.
He did, and some other answers too. Yeah. So
yeah, and
I think it still worked out.
Yeah, it did, because he knew how far you could go. 5 days was my limit, and I mean I was trying to push. I mean I was trying to go the whole 10 days, 15 days.
How long was you trying to go for?
As long as my body would allow me. And I literally woke up, and because the chemicals in your body, if you're not eating, it starts eating away other stuff.
Yeah. I know Sierra was telling me, because she's fasting, like, I feel like I inspire her in so many ways. But she's like, I'll fast with you or whatever.
Is she still fasting?
Yeah.
She hasn't eaten?
Dad bought her something for her birthday, some food on Monday. So she ate that, and she's been fasting ever since. So she's been fasting since Tuesday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I think she's trying to go the whole week.
Trying to figure out what direction she needs to go.
I think she's just doing it for other reasons outside of why I was doing it.
Okay, and why I was doing it, because I really needed some answers. But we don't have a special drink this week.
Only because I wasn't supposed to be drinking this week, so I just said get wine. It's easy.
Yeah, because she was trying to fast for the whole week.
Right, not do anything.
Yeah. So, but we just got Merlot.
Yeah.
Her and her 13% alcohol.
Cheers.
Cheers to another great podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
To new beginnings.
But we do have a drink that I really want her to make me.
We'll do that next Wednesday.
And we're hoping to get back into the studio probably, I don't know, a few weeks.
Yeah.
Few weeks because
I
I do
have another guest.
Yeah, there is a guest that really is asking me. He's like, "You forgot about me?" I'm like, "No." He's actually like a comedian. I did a
He
live.
wasn't on a panel, was he?
No, I did a live play with him. He was
You want the one here?
yeah,
You did the one
actually.
here?
No, not the one here where we live at, but it was in
Was it Stone Mountain?
Yeah, up in the Decatur, DeKalb County. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Bootsy and them went.
Yeah.
With us. Okay.
So yeah, he was the father of the lead character, or not the father. He was the husband to the lead character.
Okay. I would have to look because I
Yeah.
don't remember. That was so long ago.
Yeah. So he's really cool.
Y'all still stayed in touch after all this?
Oh yeah. We talk we talk once in a blue moon. He's originally from Kansas City. So big Kansas City fan and everything.
So y'all have that in common.
Yeah, we have that in common. And like I said, he's real cool. He's real cool peeps. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So our do I have any pet peeves? No, not really. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just I had a few bookings this week that I did, which were exciting. Yeah. And I met somebody that was really cool. That was never thought in a million years that I would meet this person, because it's kind of funny. Remember how we did the TikTok when you have it where the person and you were like, "What are we doing?" or whatever. Right. And you were listening to what he was saying. Well, I did that with this particular person.
Oh yeah, the one you was telling me about.
Yeah, that I was. Yeah, and it was just weird because I had no clue. We were in on set, and I was in the house that we use for when we film. And I was in there for like an hour by myself before everybody else started coming. And then someone else came in, and I went back upstairs in the room where all my stuff was. And they walked past, and they're like, "Oh, are you done in the bathroom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can go in there." And then after they went out the bathroom, I went back in the room that was next to me. And I was like sitting there. I was like, let me, introduce myself, because this is another actor. So I'm going to introduce myself. Yeah. I went in there and I was like, "Hi, I'm Lexi Love, and I'm such and such playing," who knows.
That's literally going to bother me all day.
Yeah, it's because of lights. And I was like, "Yes, I'm Lexi Love, and I, I play opposite of such and such." And I was like, "Who's you playing?" And they're like, "Well, I'm such and such playing such and such." They said their name and then their name again. And I was like, and I looked and I was like, it didn't register. So I looked at him again and I was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, I felt so like a fan. And
like starstruck?
In a weird way, because I did that video with them talking about, he calls himself a content creator. But I think he's more like a because he gives a lot of different advice and input about relationships. Yeah. So to me, he was like a relationship, person. Yeah. And it's kind of like you do something with someone, and then next thing you know, you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in real life." So in a million years, I would have never thought I would have meet this person. Yeah. So we talked for like probably an hour. And then he's like, "Well, I'm going to take a nap," because he had just flew in from a different city. And I was like, "Okay, cool." So it was really cool. He was such a sweet guy.
So that's all he does?
I don't know. I didn't ask him like what else he does besides content creator.
Like he's big,
yeah, he's very.
He could live off of it.
I don't know. I didn't ask him all of that. I'm sure he probably has a good lifestyle. But he's really, I didn't realize how tall he was. He's like really tall.
He's like 6'3"?
Maybe 6'3", 6'4". He's big and he had these huge muscles. And I was when I was doing my lines and stuff, I'm a little frisky. I can be. A
little flirt?
Yeah, a little flirt. I am flirt. He's a lot younger than me. A little flirt. And I was rubbing on his arm. And stuff. I was like in my mind, "Damn, his muscles are huge."
Right.
So it was a lot of fun, and I think they got
probably do some damage, probably.
Huh?
So he could probably do some damage.
Probably. He probably could throw me up in the air and
Right.
twist me around and bring me back down real hard.
Well, hopefully he ain't watching this because he might hit you up. Like, I have to take you up on that.
I know, huh? Going way back.
Right.
That definitely be a fling.
Right, for sure. Little summer fling. Hot girl summer.
You're serious?
You're right.
Don't get me started, girl. I have been good. There's a whole year. I'm about to explode. But we
Yeah, I can't believe it, but yeah.
it's by choice.
Yeah, I know.
It's by choice.
It's challenging.
It's very challenging because, you know, you want to. It's the thing of it is that, well, we're going to get into it. Our topic.
Oh, yeah, because it's about something with lust in it.
Yeah. Our topic is differences between being in love and just love in a relationship with lust sprinkles. So we're going to learn a little bit of difference between being in love, just loving someone, and then where the lust comes in play.
Right.
You're like,
that part.
Okay, Bob. Okay. So we're gonna do a little rapid relay, and this is just based on the title. You'd be like, if you don't,
is it gonna be simple questions?
it's gonna be simple. But if you don't want to answer, just say I plead the fifth.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because some it's a little personal. Some of it's personal.
Okay, well I'm probably gonna plead the fifth for everything.
So is your mic good?
Yeah.
Okay. So name your first love.
Plead the fifth.
I know who my first love was. I won't say it. Their letter began with the D. That was my first love.
I know
That's
you're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about.
D.
Yep.
That's it.
We both know each other's answer.
Yep. Age you lost your virginity.
21.
18 for me.
Okay.
Favorite love story or movie?
What is it? Dear John.
Dear John.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I love it. You know what?
I love that movie.
I'm so old school. I was going to say Love and Basketball.
That is a really good movie.
That's a really good movie.
Save the Last Dance is really good too.
Yeah, Save the Last
But
Dance.
I love Dear John.
Yeah, but I love Love and Basketball. I love the whole concept of it, that they were such enemies and then they became in
They
love
grew up together.
and then they fell out again, and then he was going to get married to some other female.
Right.
To Tara Banks, as a matter of fact, her character. And then they just fell back in. And
Because he realized
that was the one for him.
right.
That's the most beautiful love story to me.
And it's like that sometimes.
I know, huh? But I'd be one side. I'd be like this, chop your fingers off.
Oh, wow.
First date.
First date? Like, where was it?
Yeah, first date. Where was it? How old were you when you had a first date? Any kind of answer.
Shoot. I don't even freaking know. I'll freaking say, what is that? What is that Brazilian steakhouse?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, where they come around and they cut it and then you turn this thing.
In New Orleans, so.
Well, my first actual real date was Earth, Wind and Fire concert? It was either Earth, Wind and Fire concert or Eddie Murphy Raw. I can't remember which came
Fogo
first.
de Chao.
Yeah, Fogo de Chao. But I can't remember which actually real date I went on. It was either the Earth, Wind and Fire concert was first or Raw, Eddie Murphy. I don't remember which one was first. But I'm just saying, he treated me really good. He did when we did date. He did.
And what happened?
We were young. We were young and they were leaving to go.
You were still in school?
No, we were both out of school. But he was going to LA and to pursue his music career.
Didn't you say you wanted to go to California?
California? Yeah. We don't even want to talk about that. That's the story I don't even talk about. Okay. Who said I love you first? In any relationship. Was it the guy or was it you?
I guess both.
Both kind of at the same time?
Yeah.
Me? I don't know. I think I've only told somebody Gosh, that's really a hard one for me.
Yeah.
I think I probably said that I love somebody. I don't think I ever did. I think I did one time. I don't think I really have. I think it was just kind of one of those things. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Kind of sucks, huh?
No, not necessarily.
So yeah, so I wanted to, before we got into the actual information, I wanted to break it down with songs that are you're in love songs, meaning in love, that I think are in love songs that are just love songs, and then songs that are lust songs.
So are you going to be asking me?
No, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to
okay.
tell you, and then you can just, you can chime in and say, no, I think that's more, if you remember the lyrics and stuff. So I just thought this was kind of cute, because a lot of times I feel like there's a lot of love songs and a lot of ballads,
right,
but they are on different levels.
Yeah.
And I actually went and I listened to all of these songs before I wrote them down or chose them as being
but these are all
love
songs that you know.
Yeah, these are all songs that I know, but I actually went and listened to every last one of them and the lyrics of them before I determined which one is in love songs, which one is just love songs,
Right,
and
which
then
category was
yes,
gonna be
and
in.
which is lust. So
This lipstick literally matches my pants.
it's cute. It does actually. Didn't
I
I
didn't
really?
think
Like
about
I
that.
said, you
Yeah,
always.
I never
I
really
mean, she never
noticed that.
wears. She has some really cute clothes, and she's just now starting to bring them out, which I just love. I mean, that's like super cute.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm a workaholic, so.
You're a workaholic. Well, you about to be.
Right, once again.
Yeah, but
But
life,
that's cool.
That's life.
I mean, I'm not mad. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, why didn't you be? Money is money.
Right.
You ain't going out there robbing nobody.
Right. I'm working for it.
Yeah, you don't be
Doing
working.
what I love.
Well, whatever, I hope that you enjoy it. I think it'll bring you joy. And then once you
I think it'll be fun.
once you get your foot in, just let me know so we can go and I think we probably have to stay a minimum of like 2 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna ask tomorrow if we get.
Or they tell you.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure they'll tell you what kind of discount you get. Because if
Right,
you,
what
if you get a
orientation.
discount, when you get discount, we going.
Right. Yeah. Heck yeah. We can do that when Mercedes comes. Because
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Jillian's been
Oh yeah.
dying to go.
Oh yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So the song that represents in love, for my opinion, I found 7. Now I just try to keep it short.
It's called 7?
No,
Oh,
seven songs.
Okay.
So the first one is "You Bring Me Joy" by Anita Baker. You remember that song? You heard that song? You bring me joy. And we're telling the audience this too, so you can, like I said, you can make a comment.
I'm pretty sure I probably heard it.
Okay.
but
I wish
it's not ringing any
I had to
bells.
let you listen to them.
But if it's an older song, then more than likely, yeah, it's probably.
Okay. I did do "Sometimes I Cry" by Eric Benet. "With You," Tony Terry. These are older songs, but the only reason why is because the songs that are more like not to me, not so the older ones, the ones that are like.
So you did 7
late.
songs total?
Yeah, just 7 songs. There's so many songs. What I'm saying is that the ones like you may know in your age group, they kind of aren't like love songs. They
No,
kind of
they're
just
not.
they're not like, and I'm just trying to get, so I'm like, man, all of the older songs are more in love songs.
Right.
And then "For You," Kenny Lattimore.
Okay, so you did songs for every category.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then "I Wish I Wasn't" by Heather Headley. Somebody probably know that. You probably don't. I wish we could sample them so people could actually hear. That's why I'm giving them the title and the name.
Or do editing where, how sometimes you see people have, like, they'll have stuff come up on the screen.
I'm not doing all that.
I'm going to see her do it.
Well, then I have to send it to her. And
Oh, it's just too much.
yeah, she'll be acting like she don't want to do nothing. And then "Lately" by Tyrese. Now you know that song.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yes, and then the last one, and this is just 7 for "In Love," "Another You" by Brian McKnight.
Don't know that one.
You know it when you hear it. That's
Another
the thing.
You?
No, yeah, "Another You." Yep. It is a beautiful song. And then songs that represent love only, meaning that I love you as a person, I care for you. terms of endearment, I would guess. Butterflies by Michael Jackson.
Know that song?
You Were There by Babyface.
Don't know it.
And you know what? Let me tell you a trivia about Babyface and Valentina. When you were
I know this story.
3 years old, maybe 2 or 3, you were taken to his hotel, Babyface Hotel, when we lived in Virginia, and you got to spend the day with Babyface.
I don't know. I spent the day with him.
Well,
you were so bad. I was taken to his hotel and spent the day with him.
Well, your godmother was there,
Right.
so I mean, it was probably more than just you.
Did you know?
No, she told me after, because you were spending the weekend with her. I used to
I remember I used to
go there and spend the weekend with her.
I loved them so much.
And yeah, and then she was like, when I came and picked you up, like that Sunday night, she was like, oh, we went and saw, Babyface, because her son was, friends and was in her, in that circle of people. So I mean, I don't know who else, but she was like, I took, you over, and we spent the day over there with, Babyface. And I was like, oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Right.
So yeah.
Wouldn't even know.
Yeah, and you probably just another human being, you know what I mean? Not even really thinking about it. But If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys.
That's a good one.
And We Belong Together by Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Beauty, Drew Hill. I bet you a lot of people don't even remember Drew Hill. Drew Hill was the bomb.
Well, Cisco. So.
Yeah, he was Drew Hill, and then Cisco had his own. He went solo, and then it kind of just faded. And then My Boo by Usher and Alicia Keys. You know that one. And this is an old one. Love Won't Let Me Wait by Luther Vandross. We can never forget Luther.
Yeah.
We can never forget him. Yeah, a few years ago. We can never forget him. But those are just love songs in terms of endearment. To me.
You said Luther Vandross was homosexual?
Yeah, I think he was. Now, for the lust, I found 9 songs and I cut it short. This is how many, I'm telling you, love and lust are like brother and sister, literally, are twins. Like opposite. They're like opposite twins. Like they're twins, but they're opposite. It's really weird because they're so close together. So you can confuse lust with love. So
I definitely can't wait to get into this.
I know, huh? But the songs to me that represent lust is Come Through by her and Chris Brown. Come Talk to Me by Jodeci.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Girls Need Love by Vito.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, you do. When you hear it, you'll know it. Bump and Grind by R. Kelly. Pony.
Of course.
Genuine. How Does It Feel by D'Angelo.
Don't know it.
Yes, oh my God.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to show her
how you want it. Is that one?
No.
That's not it?
When we finish this podcast, I'm gonna show her the video on YouTube. At that video was the essence of black male beauty.
I think you showed me that video before.
Well, I'm gonna have to remind you.
You showed me a video of him.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
You said watch this video.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to
watch a video.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to remind her again. But yes, that was the song. It's like this.
Oh wow.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't know what D'Angelo looks like now, but that song, whew, Lord. Yeah, it was one of those. It was made to make every single woman love that video forever. I'll be old in my rocking chair. I'll be like, turn on the D'Angelo video.
Really?
Because I was my early 20s when that came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Last Night, probably a lot of people don't remember this group. Last Night by As Yet. I think they had maybe 1-2 CDs. All the Things by Joe. Mm-hmm. You know, that's sexual. That's one you can take all your clothes off.
Right.
All night long. We about to go sleep, wake up, bam, bam, bam. About to go wake up, go sleep, bam, bam.
Right.
That's the kind of song Joe was playing. And then the last one, I don't know if you heard this one, Say Yes.
Yeah, all you gotta do is I
love that song though.
Yeah.
I like some of her other songs too. They're beautiful, but yeah, that's definitely lust.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't got Music Soul Child on there.
Well, there were so many.
Right.
I just chose. So yeah. So what do you think? Most of those that you remember?
No, I agree with it. They belong
yeah
in their categories.
Yeah, because I mean, we really don't. I mean, I know some people that are music inclined and they really are into music. They can really tell the difference. Mm-hmm. But some people are just like, oh, I love this song because it makes me feel so in love. It's like, nah, it makes you want to pull your drawers down and get busy.
Right. Yeah.
It does. So I'm going to start with, now, these aren't questions. This is just a conversation back and forth. And I did a little research on the difference between being in love, just loving, and the lust side of it. And there's going to be some chemicals that I ain't going to be able to pronounce.
Oh, really?
That's in our bodies. Yeah, there's chemical words.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm not even lie. I cannot pronounce them.
You're right.
So when you are in love, it feels like you are in a prison. Yeah, it said that. It feels like you are in a prison when you are in love.
Seriously?
I guess it's because the wantingness is probably so great.
I think that's not a really good comparison.
Well, that's what it said. That's what it said. I'm telling you. I went to a few. I guess they're talking. I guess when I go more into it, it's the way your chemicals react. And it's just like a wanting. You want to be with that person. I got to be with them. So it's kind of like, I guess I've never been in prison. So I guess it would be like wanting to get out, to go to something. I don't know. I don't know why they said it feels like a prison. And that's what it said. Because I did a few things. And that was the first thing that came up. It feels like a prison.
Okay.
I know. It's and maybe that's the way guys think. Maybe it's a guy thing. When they are in love, they feel like, damn, I'm in a prison. I love her so much and I can't do nothing because I don't know. I don't know what it was.
So it's more of like you feel stuck.
I don't know if it's positive or negative. I don't know. Like I said, this is opinionated stuff, but I'm just going by what I found.
Right. And
that's what the psychologist said, and another website said that, and another website. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it down since it's popped up 3 different times. So the next thing is that you hang on to every emotion of the person you love. So maybe that's why it probably feels like a prison. I don't know what the connection is with the prison. If that person disapproves of something you have said or done, you can be handicapped by their opinion as you seek to please them or make them happy. So when you're in love with someone, you always are going to want to impress that person. You always want to make them look at you in a positive light.
Right. Always.
When you're in love with them.
This is everything from research?
Yeah, this is from everything from research. This ain't opinion. This is stuff that psychologists have explained the differences between being in love, and lust. So we're starting with the in love. Okay. And I mean, like I said,
no, I mean, that sounds about right.
So being in love is like a drug, and I can attest to that.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Too.
It is. Because you just can't seem to get enough of that person. Falling in love can be an overwhelming experience. Probably why when guys do fall in love, it's hard for them to go back. They're different. Because they did say that men falling in love is different than women falling in love.
So it's harder for men to let go?
When they fall in love, yes. It's harder for them to let go than it is a woman when they fall in love.
Because they're not emotional.
Because they're not emotional. They're not emotional. So when they do become emotional with that woman, it's very hard for them to be in love with that person. Yeah. A woman, after a while, you keep messing with her, keep pissing her off, then eventually she stops being in love with you. It's easy. It's easier because, She's built. We're built on emotions. We were designed more emotional than men.
Right.
I mean, we were. What can I say? So let's see. Being in love is a foundation for long-term love. So if you are in love with someone, you're really in love with them,
You're gonna pretty much be with them.
it's going to be you're going to be with them even, it's because I think that when you're in love with someone, yes, you're going to have issues, you're going to have problems, you're going to come, because anytime you're in a relationship with another human being, you're going to have these issues. But I think when you're really in love, you want to work it out. I think it's when the other person is not thinking anything is wrong with what they're doing. I think that's where the woman starts falling out of love.
Right.
But yeah, usually when two people are in love and they sit down, they communicate and they want to work it out, it's usually long term. Yeah. I mean, I can attest to that with, just my mom and dad.
No,
I mean, I've seen round and round that they went through during their marriage. And they stayed together till she passed away.
Yeah,
So-
but did you see their struggles
Yeah, they
Or
were
did
very,
behind the scenes?
probably when we were younger, we were behind the scenes. When we got older, adults and young teenagers, no. We saw everything. My mom was an open book with a lot of stuff. I know a lot of
So
stuff.
she told y'all.
My mother told me, I don't know what she told my brothers. And then when my mother first passed away, we had kind of an argument, a disagreement about a lot of stuff that my mother told me.
You and her had an argument?
No. When she passed, me and one of my brothers and I had an argument because there was a lot of stuff that I started bringing up that my mother told me. My mother told me a lot of stuff, like a lot.
That they didn't know.
That they didn't know that she had told me. And I was like,
About
Mom,
people.
that and them and all whatever secrets
So they just
had.
didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what they wanted. I don't know what they wanted to believe or not
But
believe.
why was there an argument?
Because I think it's denial. I think it was because I think a lot of times people want to be a certain way. They don't want to show their true self, and then maybe they felt betrayed by my mom telling me, but I was her daughter.
Right.
And it wasn't like I went and told them, hey, this is what mom said. No, we had this discussion after my mom was gone. As far as I'm concerned, once she's passed, that bond is broke. I can say whatever I want to. I'm not, I can tell whoever I want to.
But you never talked about this with people.
No, there was no reason to. My dad knows things that he's done or did or whatever my mother discussed. That was them. But my mother was very open with me about a lot of stuff. Maybe she needed someone to talk to because she knew I would never portray my father in that aspect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she can tell me, and I'm not going to. There's no reason for me to use or blackmail my father for anything, because I'm his daughter, and she needs.
You just don't want people in your relationship.
Yeah, and I guess it's like me telling you and your sister, you and your older sister, something. You and Mercedes, certain things I tell you guys that I don't tell them, because I know that it's always going to stay with you guys.
Right.
And you guys are, even though you're my daughters, you're still my friends.
Right.
And I know I can trust you guys.
Right.
So yeah, and that's what my mom did. But let's see, where am I at? So let's see. It's also, being in love is also infatuation, excitement and happiness, nervousness, sexual attraction, and lust. So all those go together with being in love as well. And it's we'll get into the chemical side of why you're that way, but I think a lot of times when you are in love, those things I think they're hyper ventilated or not hyperventilated. They're just
hyped up. Right.
They're really hyped up. It's like this person is like, oh my gosh, you see this person, you're like cheesy cat. You're like, this person calls you, you're like, oh my gosh, you stop everything. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to stop. Okay, I got to answer this phone. Or if the person texts you, I got to text this person back. To me, when you're in love with somebody, it's different than when you just being friends with someone or,
Right.
you know.
Definitely is.
Yeah, it's totally different. And it also says that when you are in love, lonesome plays a part of it. When they leave, you can't stop thinking about them. Everyday activities become more enjoyable. You're willing to try new things simply because your partner enjoys them. So say as if you're not really into going to a basketball game, baseball game, football
Right.
game, but that's what they love,
You'll still have a good time.
you're going to go. You're going to sit there and you might even enjoy it. You may not like it. Be like, if I never go again,
You're not gonna go by yourself.
you're not going to
but
care.
Y'all
Yeah.
gonna have fun because some of y'all doing it together.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that couples don't that are in love. I think that is a problem with being in love as well. Is that you become comfortable and you don't do all those things anymore. And I think that is something that when you are in love and you are in a relationship, that you have to continuously date. You have to do that. You have to go out with this person.
Oh yeah.
You become complacent.
But I don't know. I just feel like when you do find that person, it's natural. Y'all always do things together, and
Yeah.
y'all always have fun. Like it's just like you just never get tired.
How long have you been in a relationship that you felt you were in love with that person? Do you know?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, well, if it's under 5 years, you'll start getting complacent.
If it's under 5 years,
If you've only been in a relationship for under 5 years, you'll probably keep doing the whole dating thing, la la la. But
I mean, not necessarily.
I'm just
Everybody's
saying,
different.
But no. What I'm saying is that you sometimes life goes. You have children, you have a job, you got goals, you have all of that stuff. Sometimes people get complacent because I love them, they love me.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
well, she hasn't been in a relationship long enough, so we're just gonna agree to
Okay,
disagree.
I've been in a 5-year relationship.
Like I said, she don't know. She don't know. I'm just saying, some people just I'm not saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, okay. Well, I tell you what. When it does happen to you again, and you're in that person for a long time, and you start doing stuff, and you start doing goals and everything, and there will be a time where you'll be complacent, and you have to make yourself not be. All I'm saying is, you got to make yourself not be that way. That's all I'm saying. You have to make the. You have to do it. You have to say, hey, let's go out on a date. Even if it's every Monday, every
but what
Friday.
if that's not really a thing?
What do you mean? What do you say not a thing?
Not a thing meaning like
Yeah,
you can't put everybody in a.
I'm not putting it
Everything is not a statistic.
Okay. I'm just saying that sometimes when people are in love, they become complacent because they think that person's not going anywhere. That
Because
person's
life
not.
is getting in the way. Like sometimes people are, what you want to say, woke. Are they? This type of stuff is important to them, so they make a point to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. You should.
They make a point.
Yeah, you are making a point. That's what I'm trying to say. Always make a point. Some people don't. Some people do get complacent. They do.
Yeah, maybe most people.
Okay, we're gonna move because
Yeah.
let's keep it moving because we both are on the same page. I'm just saying it.
I just don't really
Forceful.
like statistics.
I'm not being statistical. I'm just saying you have to want to, even though you're
Somebody's
in love.
got to be different, right?
If you're in love, then you're gonna make an effort to do things.
Y'all both will. Y'all will want to.
Yeah, you will want to.
Moving on.
Okay, well, let's see. Blah. Okay, let's see. Feel completely dedicated to your partner, ready to do anything and everything to help them through tough spots or even make their lives a little easier. And fantastic sex. Which I'm missing right now. I know. I'm so concentrated on it, and I hate it.
No, it's.
And I hate it. I hate
taking in everything that you're saying, but okay.
I mean, I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, then fix it.
I can't fix it.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
You can be a slut for one day.
I can be a slut for one day. Oh, she said I could be a slut for one day. I don't know. That means I have to totally detach myself.
Trust me, it's easy.
Oh, it's easy? Gosh. We definitely are from two different generations. And you know what? The funny thing, oh, let me tell you. It's funny because we had this conversation. I had the conversation with one of the other actors that wasn't in with us, but I talk to him every time we go on set. And he's well known. A lot of women know him. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's very well known. But
you talking about what you did earlier this week?
Yeah,
okay.
This Monday. It was another actor.
Okay, it wasn't.
It wasn't the other one that I had a conversation that I met for the first time. I've known this other actor for a while. We've been on set together.
This is another actor.
Yeah, I've been on set with him almost every single time almost every single time. So we
the
met
boss in such and such.
Yeah, the content creator.
Not your boss.
No.
Okay.
The content creator.
The one this past time that you met, the one with the arms?
Yeah, that not him. It was another one that's in a lot of them as well.
Oh, okay. But y'all talk about sex all the time?
We talk about everything. That's the thing. He's very happily married, but we like to talk because he says that I'm very inquisitive and I'm a real good conversationalist. So it makes me feel good that we were talking about sex. We were talking about that. And he was like, yeah, he goes, yeah, a lot of women can have sex with men and detach themselves from it. Like they'll have it and then they go their merry way.
Right, because that's how they want. They're not looking for.
And I was like, I don't know how you can do that. I was like, I don't know how to detach. And he's like, you're the other. He goes, another one of my female friends. She's the same way. She does not know how to have intercourse with somebody and detach herself.
And never talk to him again.
Yeah, she says she can't do it. She says because it's foreign to her. And he goes, but I understand. He was like, some women are just, So
you can't ever just have, I feel like you've done it before in your earlier days. So what's the difference now?
Just put all my business out there. Let's see, but I didn't like them like that. Like it's hard for me.
Okay, see, that's the thing. It's going to have to be with somebody that you don't like.
It's got to be with somebody. Let's see who I don't like.
You just have to be attracted to them enough. But you can never really see yourself with them.
That's it.
That's it. That's really it.
You know what? I guess I just got to build up walls so I can be detached.
Yeah, it's just got to be somebody that you just really can't see yourself with. And then maybe, who knows? But going into it, no, like.
I don't know, because I'm almost like a vampire. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Let's go to the chemical side of the chemistry behind love and being in love. Now remember, if I skip over the chemical, I just can't. I honestly tried to pronounce them. And I forgot to go on to Google, and you can do the whole thing where you put the word in, and then
where it kind of breaks it down,
and then it pronounces to help you pronounce it. I didn't have time to do that. So, but chemistry behind love and being in love. Being in love is a heady, lustly, lovely experience, often with great passion. It is a state of near obsession with your partner or love object. You don't see flaws.
This is lust.
This is just the chemistry
of
behind
being
in love. Behind love and being in love. So even if you love them, you still feel kind of like this, but it'll even break it down even more.
Okay.
So,
because you're losing me.
I'm losing you. Yeah. So love and in love are close siblings. They're twins.
Okay.
Just like lust, they're three twins, but each one of them are different in some form or fashion.
Right.
Yeah, they're all this. They're one and the same, but then they're different. That's how I break it down for myself. It is a state of near obsession with your partner or love object. You don't see flaws. When you love someone deeply, the chemical balance in your body is affected. And I think I'm not gonna even try it. What is it? This is really bad.
Oxytocin?
I guess.
Oxytocin?
You know what? I hate
Oxytocin?
oxytocin.
That sounds like
Oxytocin. That's probably what it is. I hate the English language because they spell words that don't even. They spell words and they're not pronounced that way. Is released when you see them. Prompts you to form and develop your bond. So oxytocin is released in your body when you see someone that you really like. Mm-hmm. It's a chemical that your body releases. And the long-term bond is strengthened by the action of a hormone called vasopressin.
Oh, wow.
I know, huh? So when you
looks
have
like Vaseline.
It looks
with pee in it.
Vasopressin.
Right.
So basically, the hormone that is released that creates a long-term bond, that's what that is. So when you have
word?
Yeah. It's a hormone that is released
when you're in love long term
for you to bond long term with them. So when you have a bond, when you have a long term bond with someone, say like it was somebody that I think even if you were in love with them and then whatever happened, you guys went your separate ways and you're not in love with them anymore, you love them. Mm-hmm. I think every time you see them,
it comes back.
That vasopressin hormone is just there. Every time because that bond is always there. That bond. Like for instance, if you were married and you mm-hmm. had kids and you guys had a really good relationship mm-hmm. and some things went sour and whatever reason y'all got divorced and moved on. But the way I'm understanding it is that every single time you come in contact with that person, that's
only if you were really in love with them.
I'm guessing. I don't know it because I really.
Okay, well, how do you feel about it? You've been married.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
So statistics.
I mean, some people say that. Some people probably feel it. I don't.
Once you're done, you're done.
Yeah, I'm one of those kind of people. Once I'm done, I'm done. There's no going. There's never. I can't go back.
Right.
Especially when I've communicated with you.
When you've done everything.
When I've done everything.
Exhausted everything.
Yeah. And then I feel like I'm bothering you at that point.
Right.
I don't ever want to bother anybody. I don't ever want to make them feel like
you're forcing them to be with you.
Yes. So it's just rather I'm silent. I'm more silent, and I am a kind of a one-word person after that. Like I really don't feel like I don't really know what to say or to do anymore. Because it's like I don't know where you go from there.
Right.
And I think that's probably something that is me personally. I just don't. Yeah. I don't know how to deal with them anymore when I communicate and you don't communicate back with me. I take it as a disrespect. I take it as my feelings don't matter, and I take it as I'm not valuable enough, even as a friend, for you to give me any kind of explanation or any kind of resolving.
Right.
And some people can't communicate. I can't get mad at them. Maybe some people don't know how to communicate when they feel that they don't know how to explain themselves. But I don't know what you expect me to do. Because I can't I did that for a long time. Just when issues came up, I was always the one to sweep it under the carpet. Okay, not worry about it. We're not going to talk about it. And just build up. I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
We either gonna squash it, talk about it, get a real good understanding so we can move forward. I may not interact with you as much anymore, but if I don't know, then I can assume whatever I want to assume.
Right.
So let's go on to the bigger words. Now, falling in love is a different chemical process, requires lust and sexual attraction.
Where are you at?
I'm right here. Falling in love is a different
okay.
chemical process, requires lust and sexual attraction.
That was a big word.
It uses chemicals in your body. There you go.
Is that a real word?
That's a real freaking word. The gets. I don't even know if you even pronounce the T. The gets.
Okay, chemicals in your body. Okay.
Yeah. It uses the chemicals in your body. The gets. I'm gonna spell it. THGET.
The H might be silent or the T might be silent.
Yeah.
But it's because it just looks too weird.
Yeah, it looks super weird. It looks super weird. But all you science people probably know what I'm talking about, and like them girls, they don't know what they doing. But
No,
you
we
know.
don't.
We do. We just can't pronounce the word.
Right.
Okay, and this causes the causes the
Right.
physical. So when your heart is beating fast, the gets.
Or maybe it's gets.
Yeah,
Gets.
it could be get that. It could be get that.
Get tets.
Get that chemicals.
Get tets.
That's what causes your heart to race, and the dopamine is activated, which makes you feel you're in what is it?
Euphoric.
Yeah, euphoric. Makes you feel euphoric, like you probably like kind of high.
Yeah, like them show Euphoria.
Yeah, and I hate these words like
Norepinephrine.
Norepinephrine makes you feel nervous, hands sweat, heart beats faster, and so I guess that's when you're in love with somebody and they come and you always have clammy hands and stuff like that. That's the chemical that is giving off.
That with the N word? That's what that
Yeah,
is?
yep, It makes you feel nervous. It also makes your heart beat faster as well. And it's probably this is probably the same chemical that you probably produce when you are having sex as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because at least for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, for the first time with that person, because you don't know.
I guess it just depends on the situation.
Yeah, but it's probably it's probably not every single thing, but definitely your heart beats faster. The chemicals are you're
like a sex person, like you just a freak.
We're not talking about people just lust. That's why I said we're not. This is for people that you're in love with.
Okay, well then yeah.
And
definitely.
then
serotonin.
Yeah, serotonin makes you deliriously happy, as if you lost your mind.
I know about the serotonin.
Okay.
And the dopamines.
Okay. See. And have I ever? I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm pleading the fifth.
On what?
Oh, gosh.
Serotonin? You got a bug?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, at least we know.
He drunk.
He did. And I'm still gonna drink it.
Right.
Because he's right here.
Right.
I know, they're probably like, gross. No?
I've been seeing gnats all damn day.
I mean, because it's getting hot. Georgia's known for gnats and chiggers. Ugh.
I just wonder, like, what the insects are going to be like out west. What are they like?
Dry heat.
Scorpions and
Of
rattlesnakes.
course. Yeah, it's dry heat.
So bugs don't really live in dry heat,
That
right?
depends. I mean, it's probably not prevalent like it is here, where you got a bunch of gnats. Too hot for gnats.
And mosquitoes. What about mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes probably.
But you said it
get
get cold at night, right? Even during the summertime, it gets cold.
It's gonna drop. I mean, I don't know
Probably
how
like
much.
to the 70s.
Maybe, but it's going to be a lot cooler than it would be when the sun is blazing.
Right.
But yeah, I think the flies, it's even too hot for the flies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's hot.
That's perfect.
It's hot. It's hot.
Probably really ain't nobody outside for real during the day. Not during certain times of the year.
That's why people that have pools out there.
And they just...
If you're going to be outside, you're going to be in the water.
I'm so excited.
I'm sure you are.
Because I
excited
keep
for
seeing
you.
stuff all the time, and I'm just like, it's gonna give you an excuse. You ain't gonna never be home. You're like, well, I'm going out. I'm going out west again. I'm going out west again.
I know, huh?
Every month.
I know.
I'll contribute to your flight.
Okay. Yeah, they were telling me. As a matter of fact, I was talking to them today.
Who, Bootsy?
Bootsy and Jerica, and Jerica was telling me how to, do the trick to get, cheap flights or whatever.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah.
And I
That
love
would be
it.
a nice getaway.
I love going out there. I think people don't understand that there's more.
There's so much to do. Like, I've been looking up stuff. I was showing Sierra the other day. I'm like, they got horseback riding. Like, I'm doing that. You can do a helicopter ride. There's so much stuff you can do out there.
It's so funny. Bootsy said, I will never get in a helicopter.
Oh, I'm getting in one. And, they even got a, did you see that big ass roller coaster that they have? I guess it's like around the city or something.
Really?
Yeah.
They must have it's just something that they just did? Or
No,
has it
I
been
think
there?
it's been there, unless it's in a resort.
It has to be, because I don't remember.
I think it's probably in like the New York hotel. The Big Apple or something like that.
That's probably why. So the public can go in there and ride it?
Yeah. You can pretty much do anything. Any hotel, I feel like they, have a lot of stuff. You don't have to be staying there necessarily.
Yeah, because they're going to make money regardless. So
Right.
yeah, that would be cool. Huh. Yeah, because I don't think where you're going, I don't think they have an amusement park. I don't think they have an amusement park. So, yeah, you would have to go to
You probably
California.
wouldn't want to. You probably wouldn't care
too.
because there's so much stuff going
It's
on.
it's too hot probably to even have one.
Right, just be outside like that.
You'd have to have it in a dome and just water coming down.
And they have, you know how they have downtown the big thing? They got it there.
Oh,
too,
the
but
Ferris
it's probably
wheel?
bigger. I think. It's
Yeah,
bigger
they have
there.
it. We were supposed to ride on it, but we ended
Didn't
up
have
not
a
doing
zip
it.
line.
Yeah.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, they have a zip line on
Going down the
old.
list.
They have a zip line on the old side. They call it the old strip.
Yeah.
So yeah, because we actually went there. It was pretty cool. Oh,
Really?
it's cool, especially at night. They had DJs. Yeah, it's cool. And then they got, anything goes out there. Like the girls are walking around.
Naked?
They aren't fully naked.
But they damn near.
They pretty much, the only thing you can't, they got pasties on. They have to have pasties on. They have to cover up their vaginal area, but their butt is all out. So yeah, and we ain't talking about, we talking about every size, every color.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. And they walk around, you want a picture? You want a picture? Want a picture?
So these are people that are working. These aren't just like random people.
I don't know if they're working. I don't know.
Oh, I'm just going to be naked all day.
Oh, they got them too. They got them too. They have everything. They had the Marvel people out there. They had, what do you call it? The Voltron. He was out there. Yeah, people are out. They are about hustle. They are hustling. Hustle. And they got some good people who play like when we were out there.
Shows and stuff?
No, just there on the street. Like talented people. And
Really?
that's their hustle.
So it's almost like being homeless, but you're not homeless.
Yeah, because I
Like
don't
you're
know how much.
begging for money, but you're actually working for it.
Yeah, they're working. Yeah, and they play mute. They play. Yeah,
And they'll be out there all day.
Probably. Yeah. We making money. We do it probably every day, every
Right.
single day, day in, day out.
Well, it's a lot of tourists, I can imagine.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably
All
make
year
it. They
long.
probably make a decent amount of money.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they
It's
do.
a gambling city, so people go in there
Yeah,
to
especially
lose money and win money.
if they're the talent. If you're good, I think we saw this one guy. He was playing the violin. He was real good, and he wasn't playing just like classical music.
No, he was playing that thing.
He was playing that thing. I was like, dang.
Like he don't went to school. Like he was like.
And he probably did. He probably did go to school, and just was that's what he wanted to do.
Juilliard or something.
Yeah, or he could be. It could be. He could.
Beethoven.
Or it could just be a second hustle for him. He could be doing something else during the day, and at night he go on the strip.
I feel like picking up an instrument and you're really, really good at it. I feel like that's one of those things you kind of just grew up doing as a child.
Yeah, it's like a foreign language. Once you learn it, as long as you keep up with it, you're not gonna forget it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because who just decides when they become adult, oh, I think I want to learn how to play an instrument.
I mean, some people do.
I guess some people do. I
Yeah.
guess it's like learning a language, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier to learn things as a child.
Yeah. I wish I had stuck with my musical instrument.
Remember I wanted to play the violin? Thought I wanted to play the violin?
Yeah.
I don't think Jillian wants to play any instruments, but oh well, moving on.
Yeah. So when it's just love, now these are really close siblings, you crave their presence and spending time with them. You may find great joy in simply being able to watch and listen to them as you go about your day-to-day lives. To have a strong feeling of closeness and care for someone in a romantic relationship or not. Love lasts for years even after the relationship is over.
Okay, I can still see the difference.
You can see the difference?
Yeah.
So you can still love somebody. You don't have to necessarily be in a romantic relationship with them. And so, yeah. So I guess that's where if you have, children with somebody, you can still love them.
Right, have love for them.
But not being in love with them. It's like caring for somebody.
Right.
That kind of thing. You're not sexually attracted to them.
Right. You're not trying to spend your life with them.
I think that's the difference with loving someone and being in love.
There's no through sickness and health. There's no...
Yeah. And I think that is the difference between being in love and loving someone. You love them, but you are not sexually attracted to them. Right. But when you're in love with them, you're
willing to move heaven and earth for them. Like you would catch a bullet, all kind of shit.
Yeah, and you're sexually attracted to them. You want to have sex with them every day if you could.
Right.
So lust. This is actually I think that lust is interesting. It really is interesting.
I don't think I've ever lusted after anybody, honestly.
I think we all do, and not when I say this, you may see somebody. You gotta. It's not. I think there's levels of lust. Levels. You see a really fine guy walk down the street. You're like, damn.
No.
He look good. I ain't gonna lie. I've done that where I seen a guy and it was like, damn, he look good. But then it's almost like oh, good. He looks good.
I can acknowledge that somebody.
Yes, but that is
nice
still
looking, but it's not like, oh, I wonder what they'd be like in bed. Like.
Well, I think I've had that a few times that I've met guys, and it's like, damn, I wonder what they are like in bed. Yeah, I've had that.
No, it'll have to be more to it.
Yeah, and but I guess it's just because I've been here longer than you. I think that I've experienced a lot of different people over the years. Yeah. And there's been times where I'll see a guy and I was like, damn, I wonder how he. But then I never pursued it. It was just that it was like, dang.
So it was very short-lived.
Very, very.
So a lot of times these weren't people that you knew. These are just people that you've seen.
They've just seen. Mm-hmm. Just like a man would see a woman and he would be like, man, I wonder what it would be like to be with her. Same way some women are like that. And I'm one of those women. If I see a guy that I
kind of feel like it's degrading in a sense.
I would never go up to them.
I guess it's just human nature, but it's
I would never go up to them. I would never talk to them. A guy maybe. But a female, I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I feel like it's degrading for myself just to want to just smack booties with you.
Just because I like the way you look.
Yeah. Like. But in that moment, I may say, oh wow, wonder what he's like. So
I don't think I ever will.
Okay.
No, it's just kind of like because we're just like living in a society where it's just like women are always. Well, at least for me, anyways. I need to drink the wine. I feel like people are always sexualizing me all the time, and it's just kind of like I couldn't see myself doing that to somebody else because I don't really like people do that to me, like looking at me like I'm a piece of meat because they like the way I look.
Well, that's men, period.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Like,
well, sometimes women
treat people how they want to be treated.
I'm getting it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I do the same thing. I treat people how I want to be treated. I show people my love language. I do all of that.
And then plus, like, it's just. You got to protect your body, like.
Well,
I could never just be like, oh yeah, just because I like the way they look, like I want to like sleep with them. Like, no, there's got to be more to it.
Well, that's why I said that's
but
why.
I guess I'm just an old soul in that sense.
Yeah. Okay. Going back to be a slut for one night, mom kind of situation.
Okay, that's different.
Anyway, a man
That's different.
gives
Because these
energy.
are people that I've known, or, you know, when I was in my dancing days.
Men give women, we receive energy, men give energy. So I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm getting energy from a person that I don't want energy from.
So you're saying if you came across somebody that you lusted after, let's say you went out, just you by yourself, and you're lusting after somebody, and they happen to end up talking to you, what would you do in that scenario?
I'd sit there and talk to them probably the whole night.
But you don't think you would leave with them?
No, I promise you I wouldn't.
How do you know?
I know.
If you're lusting after them?
I would not. I already know. I already have my boundaries. My boundaries are very, very.
So it's more of a mental thing.
Yeah, it's more of a mental thing for me. I
So
enjoy conversation. I can talk to a fine man.
But what if
for hours
there's
at a
chemistry
time.
there and y'all just get along?
Nope, I'm not even doing. I'm not doing the chemistry thing. I'm not doing the connection thing.
You're not doing the vibe thing.
I'm not doing the vibe thing. I'm not doing none of that because I don't feel that it works for me. I don't feel it works for me.
Because you can't be detached.
I can't be detached, and
I think it's because you're a Cancer. I think that's what it is. There's some people that are like that,
and I can't believe it. Like, I don't feel like you can have a connection with somebody and have a great vibe with them and great chemistry, and it just doesn't work.
right?
Like, it still goes by the wayside. So it's
And
like
that's why I don't lust after people, because if I can sleep with somebody and be completely detached from them. It doesn't matter if I'm attracted to them or not.
See, I can't. I wish I could. I really sometimes wish I could be that way. I think it's just who I am. And I would have to accept that's just the way that I am.
I think it's because you're a Cancer. Aquariuses are pretty non-emotional creatures. So
you mean Cancer women?
Yeah, because you're a Cancer.
Cancer women.
Okay, so you've been a Cancer man?
Every single guy that I've come in contact with since I've been divorced has been a Cancer man, and it's been a complete blunder.
What do you mean?
Like, one, they're either too, what do you call it? I can't even think of the word. They are, when somebody can't let you go, like they're
too attached.
No, not attached, not that. They're overbearing. It's like I'm a piece of property.
Like they're kind of controlling or possessive.
Possessive. That's the word I'm looking for. And possessive, and that just turns me off.
See, I think that because
away.
honestly, I don't think I could be with an Aquarius. Like, we're just too much of the same people. Like, you need something different to kind of balance it out. If y'all are both the same, like, it's just too much.
Yeah, and I've tried. I mean, just like I said, I don't know. It's. I always have that. I always have. I mean, even right now, there's somebody that is.
I've never
talking
talked to an Aquarius male. Not that I don't know.
That's talking to me right now, and I found out he's
a Cancer.
He's a Cancer. I'm just like, because I was making a joke, and I was like, every single time I.
Do you even ask now when you start?
Yes, I started asking now, because I was like, and I said it. I was like, every single guy that I have talked to since I've been divorced has been a freaking Cancer, and for some reason they're cool at first, and then they personality just goes.
Okay, so the one you were telling about me earlier, he's a Cancer?
Yes. The stalker person, yes, is a Cancer as well. Stalker, like, and he's obsessed. I don't know what the heck I did, because when
You've never met him in person?
No, I've met him. I went with him a couple times.
And how was it?
I mean, when we went out, it was cool. Like, he seemed like he was cool, but then he started acting weird. Like he would call me. If I didn't answer the phone, then he would be like, "Oh, you talking to another man?" But he didn't say man. He said the other word.
Gaslighted?
Yeah, he would do that, and then he would be like, and I would be like, what are you talking about? I'm working. He's like, nah, you with somebody, you're talking to somebody else.
And you're kind of like that in a sense.
No, I'm not.
You're in like that in a sense, because you're always like, okay, well, you make time for the things that you want, so it's always in the back of your mind.
Yeah, you make time for things that you want to be with, things that you value. But I'm not. If I don't talk, if I know that person has a job, which he better,
right,
and he's got things going on,
right, to still have a life, they can't just be
I am not that type of person.
You're not
where
expect them to just
just stop everything. If it's something of importance like life or death, then hey, I'm gonna keep calling you, and text you, hey, something is serious going on. I'm gonna need you to answer the phone. If it's life or death, where they need to know. But if I call you and you be like, oh, okay, I'll call you back, I'm working or I'm doing this. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. I've always been that way.
Right.
But this person was like, you for the streets, and then just you for the streets, and then he would be like, just crazy stuff. And I say, you know what? This is not gonna work. I'm too old for this, so I'm gonna need you to go your way. No, that's fine. We're not in a relationship anyway. Oh, I know we're not in a relationship because I ain't never said that I was in a relationship with you. And then he wouldn't call me for months at a time, and then he'd call me as if nothing happened. And I would be like, at first I wasn't blocking him. At first, no, this is when I was saving numbers. Mm-hmm. And then I would be like, which person are you today? I asked him straight up, which person are you today? And he'd laugh about it. I'd be like, ain't it funny? And then I got to the point where I'm like, I'm tired of it. And so I blocked him. And then he got mad and blocked me. And I said, you can block me, I don't care. And then he unblocked me.
It's like, I'm not the one blowing your phone up.
Yeah. And then he was on my Instagram, and he was nice for a little while. Then I could tell he was starting to get a little hateful. I was like, oh, hell no. He is not going to be putting none of my business out on Instagram. I went ahead and blocked his butt.
Right.
Because I can always tell. I could tell the elevation.
Yeah. And
then when I was doing my business today, I was at the bank getting that situated, and I'm getting this text. And I'm just like, who's this calling me? It wasn't my text on my phone. It was a text. It was my WhatsApp, because that's how I stay in contact with your sister.
Yeah.
This person went on WhatsApp, put my number in there to see if I was on there. And then I saw who it was. Mm. I saw who it was because it told me, because iPhones obviously, they tell you. They tell you who the person is. And I said, who is this? Because I'm not going to.
Well, what did they say?
They told me. They said, "Oh, you."
What was the first?
They were like, "Hi, such and such. How are you doing? I miss you. I miss you a lot." And so the first thing I said, I already knew who it was. I said, "Who is this?" About 100 question marks.
Oh, question marks.
And then they were like, "Oh, this is such and such. You deleted my number?" I said, "Sure did, and blocked it." And he just wrote me this long paragraph. "Oh, I miss you. I realize that I'm nothing without you." Just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And I was like, "Well, what happened to all the women that you was effing?" What happened to them?
That's what he told you?
No, that's what I told him. Because every time I was talking to him, he would call me 11, 12 o'clock at night, whatever. Sometimes I'd answer the phone. Sometimes I wouldn't. It depended on if I was asleep or not. And so one time I couldn't sleep. And I was like, I'm going to call him and see how he's doing. I called him. Same times that he would call me. He answered the phone and he said, "Don't be calling my MF phone at this late at night."
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And I said, "Block. You never have to worry about me ever again." So yeah. And so that was that.
Okay.
So lust is purely sexual attraction, spending most of your time with a partner being physically intimate, having little interest in their life outside of the bedroom, and having different values. So that's what lust.
So lust can just be simple as
Booty calls, we used to
Yeah,
call
somebody
them.
that you just
One night stands.
or somebody that you just
linking up
sleeping
with.
on occasion, right? But
link.
there's nothing there. Like y'all not dating, y'all not spending the night, y'all not.
Well,
doing
you could
none
be
of that.
spending the night and wake up and leave.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Depending on
y'all not spending the day. Like y'all not
Yeah, there's no
on
real
the phone
interaction.
talking and hey,
It's
how
only
you doing?
it's only text. Hey, what you doing? You know,
Right.
why don't you come over?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty much what that
What it's all
lust
about.
relationship is. But lust also turns people into liars, deceivers, and manipulators.
really.
Yes, and I think that is on the aspect if you are talking about somebody that's a side person. So that means that the person that you're in
Sneaky
love,
link.
the person you're in love with, you're in love with them. But then I'm just saying because there's a lot
So
of
you're
men.
a cheater.
Yeah, the
Infidelity.
cheater because you're lusting other women. You're lusting other
While
men.
you're in a serious relationship.
While you're in this relationship, and lust will because you lust someone else.
Sexual temptation.
Yes, you're gonna lie, you're gonna deceive, you're gonna manipulate the person that you don't want to leave because you do have a life with them.
Right.
And there's I've met men that are like that.
It's a lot of people like that.
It's like,
Females too.
yeah. But I think you should have a conversation. Like some people, I will say this, and this is going to sound really weird to some people, or maybe it won't sound weird. If you're in a relationship with someone that you love that person, that person, you care about that person, you trust that person.
Right.
So that's the person that you want to initially invest in. Hey, this is this and this and this.
Right.
But sometimes if I see someone that I just want to screw, is it okay?
So have an open relationship?
Some people have open relationships because they have a discussion.
You're right.
And if that works for them, then that works for them.
Yeah.
And I think you probably, I'm not sitting there saying it works. I'm just saying that
And some people like that. Like they're okay with it.
Sometimes you gotta, I think people are afraid to talk about it. They are afraid to have that conversation with someone. And sometimes that woman may be that same way. She may.
I feel like it's a conversation that you should have, even if neither party's into it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just knowing that that's never something that's going to be an issue or brought up or an expectation at some point.
Or if it does, are you guys okay with it? Is it something
right? Like some people are like, "Oh, do you ever feel comfortable having a threesome at some point?" Like,
And I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about. I think that's probably why you have a lot of problems with relationships because you're not
they don't want to talk about everything. Like you got to talk about everything.
You have to. You have to want to talk about it.
Right.
And I think you should. I mean, I'm very open to talk about it. If you don't,
would you be open to it, or this is a too personal question?
Would I be open to it? It depends on a lot. It depends on a lot.
Yeah.
It really depends. It depends on and I know probably you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this girl. I would prefer monogamous, but if somebody was, if they were
it obviously would be another female, it wouldn't be a guy. Because then I'll be like,
No. Not somebody that comes in, not somebody, it's one of those things that may happen where they may be out and they...
Like they will be out or
they would be out. See, because, I'm just saying that they would be out or whatever and they see a girl and they're like, oh, I really, and then they tell the girl, hey, I have a woman at home. I take care of her. We do everything together, everything. But
this is something y'all have already discussed prior to. If it was ever a situation.
Yeah, and once in a while, and then, this is going to be, one-time deal. If that, if that, it just, like I said, it just...
You would be comfortable with it, but it just depends
on the
person. It depends.
It depends on a lot of stuff. It depends on
it's
everything.
Situational.
Everything. It depends on my security, because security to me is very important.
Right. Like that person has got to be like...
No, I ain't talking about secure in themselves. I'm talking about secure in finances. It's secure in establishment, secure in everything. Like
they have to have money in order for you to have a threesome with somebody.
No, I wouldn't. Not me have a three. I don't want to ever have a threesome with anybody.
Oh, if someone wanted to approach you about it.
No, say as if I'll just say it's you're female, you're the male, and
Right.
you'd be like, I'm going out with my boys or whatever, and we've already had a discussion.
And we're in a relationship.
Yeah, we're in a relationship, and he goes out, and then he's like, if I see a girl that I like, and whatever,
Bring her home.
no, I'm not bringing her home. I'm just gonna do her, and then I'm coming back home. Like he has the
So
open.
he can have sex with other people. Pretty much, you don't care as long as he's got money.
As long as he's got money.
So that would be a love type of situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. It was just you.
I don't know what it would be. I don't know.
Neither.
See this.
It was just you wanting to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. So you really don't care what that person does.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's just tricky for me because I think I overthink. I think about.
I think
everything.
if you get with somebody specifically for security, financial security, you don't really love them. Mm-hmm. So you don't really care. It's just kind of like whatever,
Yeah, and I think a lot of women are like that now.
It's just kind of because you're doing whatever. You're doing your own thing.
Because I'm not going to I guess I don't feel like I'm just going to have sex with somebody just for the sake of having sex with them.
Right.
There has to be he's getting something, I need something.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. And that's why I'm like, it's easy for me to detach because even though they may not necessarily be my type, but I'm getting something out of it. Just like they're getting something out of it. So it's...
I know it sounds so, but I guess I'm talking more from the aspect of I don't know anymore. I don't know because I feel like I've been.
You're ruined, pretty much.
Yeah,
You've been scarred.
Yeah, I've been scarred, and now I'm just kind of like I don't know anymore. I don't know what love is. I don't know what lust is. I don't know what being in love with someone is anymore. I don't know.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, well,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but let's see. I think I went down through all of that. Let's see.
Well, if you come to Vegas, I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of people like that.
Let's see. Lust is also their actions towards others are based on a crave to get. It is based on extreme self-indulgence, not caring about the other person. It abandons the other person when it is no longer getting what it wants. Lust literally means over desire. To take something that is good, twist it, and add cravings to it so you are consumed until you are gratified. When a person's body is far more important to you than his or her soul.
Right.
So lust is actually very bad.
Yeah, it sounds like some S&M type weird shit. Like,
well, no, I mean just lust. Period. Just having sex just for the sake of having it because you like the way that person looks, the way their body feels.
Right? Are you just a sexual being? Like you just
So it just says that that you're
some people that are like that, like
over desired.
What's those dominatrix? People like that. That's lust all day long.
Yeah, but sometimes the people that are dominatrix, they are more about giving out pain.
The dominatrix, but the person that's wanting to receive it.
Well, yeah, a lot of times it's people who are in high power positions,
right?
And they want to. It's
like a fetish for them.
Yeah, their whole life is bossing everybody else around, so they want to be treated like crap.
Right.
And it's like you said, it's a
fetish.
Yeah, they get off on it. Not necessarily maybe because a lot of dominatrix don't have sex with the people that pay them to do that. But it's sexual
acts.
Yeah, they're sexual acts.
You're doing something to them.
Without actual intercourse.
Right.
And I wanted to be a dominatrix for a while because I wanted to dominate over men that feel that they can treat women any kind of way. Yeah, I have that personality where I want to.
Maybe you can find a job like that in Vegas.
Yeah, I would love to.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, if they Yeah, brothels. I'm pretty sure it's easy to find a job like that.
I just don't want to have physical intercourse with
You're
anybody.
right. They
Yeah.
pay you well,
Yeah.
just to torture
Mm-hmm.
for however long.
However long they pay. I know this has been an interesting podcast. I know we'll probably, I don't know how many views we'll get on
You
this
can
one.
wear your one outfit.
My Gump outfit with my mask. Oh yeah, I love that thing. And it's weird that I do. I haven't worn it in a while. But I love that thing. I love that whole mask, the whole thing that comes over. I feel like a totally different person.
I bet.
I do. I feel, you know.
Because you literally can't see yourself.
Yeah, and I like it. I like that mysteriousness.
Being somebody else.
Being
yeah.
some definitely totally opposite from me. Very opposite. Well, this was an interesting podcast. You think so?
Kind of dark a little bit, I feel like.
You're kind of dark. I don't know. Maybe I must. I don't know. I think I have my walls up. I'm still a kind person.
Oh, yeah. Not dark in like a bad way, but just talking about lust and how crazy it can get, how dangerous it can get.
It can be very dangerous because you're still dealing with people's emotions.
Right.
And that's even how I feel about that one guy that
And it's just
you're
like
obsessed. Like
it's like when you are in that situation with somebody, you both are vulnerable to each other. Because some people might want to chain you up. Like you're literally having to trust somebody else. They might want to do something that you might not feel comfortable with, so it can just get kind of crazy.
That's why I want to be the one doing it and not being the one getting it done too.
Right. Because then you control the narrative.
I control the narrative. And some men like that. They want to be controlled fully by a woman.
Like that literally turns them on. I know there was this show, and it's always people that have money. They just
do the weirdest stuff.
Right.
So, well, I guess that's the end of this podcast. You got the music and
you got the music. You do it.
Get ready to go. But it was great talking to you guys. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. And we will definitely see you on Candid Talk next week. You have a great evening. See you on the flip side.
Adios.